What's up, friends? Let's talk about cash needed to buy a house. Now, I'm not talking about your down payment, which actually comes at closing or at settlement. That can depend on your loan type and how you want to qualify with your mortgage professional. I'm talking about the actual cash needed from the time your offer is accepted until that closing time. And there's a couple of areas where we're going to use some of our money up front. Number one is what's called your earnest money deposit, or an EMD. Now, typically this is 1% of the purchase price, and yet it can be negotiated. Now, the more or the higher of a deposit that you put down, the better in terms of competitive offers. However, that's not necessarily always the case or always needed. Now, this amount will get applied towards your down payment later. So if you do use that 1% and you're putting 10% down later, you'll bring that remaining 9% at closing for that down payment. Next is your home inspection. Now, we recommend all of our buyers get a professional home inspection, and you do pay that home inspector for the service at the time of inspection. This varies based on the size of the house and the depth of which the home inspection is going to be. However, typically it's somewhere around that $400 to $600 mark for a good professional inspection. And then lastly, you have your appraisal. Now, this appraisal can be negotiated or made a part of those closing costs where you're not going to pay it until settlement. And yet that kind of falls in line with around that $400 to $600 mark as well, similar to the home inspection. It is separate from the home inspection, and matter of fact, it means something totally different. And if you're curious on the difference between home inspection and appraisal, check out one of our other videos where we talk about the difference. If you have questions about buying a house, or you're curious how much money is actually needed for your particular situation, reach out. Send us an email at info@edenpropertiesva.com, and we'll get started and connected with you right away. Take care, and looking forward to catching up soon.